Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Come on in and join me this morning for a word about you being enough. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Come on in. Yes, this is, I guess, Car Chronicles. With Felicia. I don't know what it's titled, but listen, it don't even have to have a title. Listen, tell yourself when there's no one else around to tell you, even when there are other people around to speak to you or speak into your spirit or speak into your life, you still want to tell yourself. So this morning, tell yourself, I am enough. I, meaning you, am enough. I am enough. Good morning, beautiful. How are you? Thank you for tuning in with me this morning. I am just giving a brief word on being enough and feeling like you are enough. I am enough. Tell yourself that every day. I am enough. I am enough, no matter my past, no matter my socio-economic background. I am enough. I am enough to be in this relationship. I am enough to be in this marriage. I am enough to be in this job position. I am enough to be the mother that I am. I am enough to be the father that I am, the husband that I am, the wife that I am. I am enough to be in this group of people. I am enough to be in this ministry. I am enough to do this, to do that. I am enough. And make that your daily affirmation until you begin to feel like you are enough. I mean, keep telling yourself that I am enough. Even when you have friends or family or people that try and speak negative, not try, they do. They speak negatively into your life, negative about you, negative to you. They're saying things behind your back. Even some of them are bold enough to say these things to your face when they know that you have low self-esteem, or that you're not going to say anything, or they feel like you're weak, or they take your kindness for a weakness. And a lot of times people don't understand that the kindness is not a weakness. It's God's grace towards them through you. And when you just flip and go off on people, or you finally get to that place where you stand up. Well, not even stand up, because you're being kind. Again, that's God's grace. Sometimes that's what it is. And sometimes we are passive aggressive. But at any rate, I am enough. I am enough. Tell yourself that today. I am enough. My daughter had a project. Well, she's Star Student for the week. And as Star Student for the week, you have to bring in one of your favorite books and you get to read it to the class. And so my daughter, being African American, she and I do live in the Valley. And so, oftentimes, well, we're the minority, period. We're the minority. And so I purchased her this book a while back that says, I am enough. And as she was reading it, I mean, even on a child's level, it just began to speak to me as well. And so I spoke with her teacher, and she said when she read that book, she was just, oh my gosh, she was like the sun at noonday. She just lit up and she was excited. And she was speaking the words very clearly, and she read the book with her shoulders up, and her entire posture changed. And so I say that to you today. When you begin to tell yourself that I am enough, no matter how much you feel that you're not, keep telling yourself that I am enough. I am enough. No matter what I've done, no matter where I come from, no matter my childhood, no matter high school, because sometimes people are holding on to crap from high school and teenage years. I am enough. I am enough. Now, getting a little further into that socioeconomic background, when we want to move forward, though, we've got to, you can continue to tell yourself, I am enough, I am enough, I am enough, and I am enough for this, I am enough for that. Whatever it is that you feel you are enough for, whatever the encounter is, whatever you're embarking upon, continue to tell yourself, I am enough for this, I am enough for that. I'm just going to leave a blank there. After I am enough, you fill in the blank. But what you have to do is you've got to educate yourself in whatever area it is. Again, I go back to my 5 faithful things, that wholeness that makes us whole, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. You have to educate yourself. If you don't have the finances to purchase programs, or a lot of people have master classes, and yes, they charge for them, but before they start charging, the going thing now is they're giving away a lot of good free information, tons of free information they're giving away, and in each area, find you someone who is giving away that free information until you're in a position financially to purchase a class, purchase some books. Again, you've got to educate yourself. You have to. That's the only way to grow in those different areas. 1, forgive yourself of anything that you're holding against yourself or against someone else, because these are tunnels, for lack of a better term, that portals. These are portals that need to be open. And good morning, Cynthia. How are you? I enjoyed sitting with you the other night. We got to get together more often. You're hilarious. I love it. I mean, I see you in the chat, and I'm just falling out, rolling, laughing sometimes. But to actually be sitting there with you, I came late and early, but we got to get together. I thoroughly enjoyed sitting with you. I'm talking about I am enough. I am enough. There's so much self-hatred that we don't recognize as self-hatred. You look in the mirror and you want to look like someone else, or you want to look like the Instagram model or the social media model or the commercial model or the print ad model. And there are so many filters out there. These people don't really look like that. So, again, I am enough. And I leave that blank open for you. For me this morning, I am enough for this platform that I am embarking upon. I don't have the degree, but I'm not concerning myself with that. I have the experience, and this is a start. It's a beginning. I have the courage to start doing something. I'm getting a lot of free information and educating myself. Yeah, you'll start telling yourself, and you start watching other people who are doing what you desire to do, or what you feel you're called to do, and they've been in it for a long time, and you're like, oh God, I'm never going to have that platform, or I can never speak like that. Don't start tripping. Or I didn't come from this background, or I don't have the social skills that they have, or I don't have the finances that they have. Just start. Get the free stuff. And, I just feel like when we start, God makes the way for us. He makes the way. If that is purposefully where you need to be, you should be, He's going to make that way for you. Doors will begin to open. But today, this weekend, all the way until Tuesday, I challenge each person that's on here this morning, and I challenge you to come back on Tuesday morning when I get back on the live Tuesday morning with Tuesday Talks. I want you to come back and let's talk about if you were able to continue to tell yourself over the weekend, I am enough. And let's share in what it is the blank that you filled in. I want you to share that with me. DM me, text me, call me. Let's talk about what are you enough for? What is it? Because whatever it is, there is a spirit of doubt there that you feel like you're not enough. But you're going to continue to tell yourself, I am enough, because you are enough. You are enough. If you're lacking in some areas, regardless, you're still enough, because you're going to put forth the effort to get yourself educated in those areas to do what it is that you're desiring to do, what you feel you've been called to do. What is that purpose? What is it? If, you have a spouse that is belittling you or verbally abusive, I am enough that I don't have to tolerate this. I'm enough. If you're trying to fit in somewhere, you cannot put a square peg in a circle. So if you're trying to fit in somewhere that you're not supposed to be, saying I am enough is not going to work. You need to make some changes. You need to move on. Wherever that is, whether that be work, church, social events, social gathering, or social clubs, or whatever it is, friends, a group of friends, a clique that you're trying to fit in. Don't get me started on the cliques. Whoa. I don't think I'm going to go down that road this morning, but I think I am going to have a talk about cliques. Those cliques is something else. And people don't understand what they do to the self-esteem of a person. Sometimes people are just trying to fit in because they don't know where they fit. But nevertheless, in all of that, I pray that you ask where you fit. The click days and trying to put square pegs in circles, that's over. Let's not do that anymore. It's time to move on, and it's time to move on and know your worth. And if you're not getting paid your worth, whether that's in cash, whether that's through friendship, relationships, respect, and honor, if you're not getting paid your worth and honor, if you're not getting paid your worth and respect, you need to reevaluate. And these are all suggestions. It works for me. Reevaluate where you are and make a move. Don't think too hard about it, because analysis paralysis is just what it is. When you analyze a thing too long, you become paralyzed in that thing, whatever it is, whatever that situation is, whatever it is you're thinking about doing. It's called analysis paralysis. Google it, read about it. You will probably find that if you overthink things and you Google analysis paralysis, you'll be surprised at how fitting it is and how you can set yourself free from that. Analysis. And yes, Cynthia, Lord, help the clicks. Jesus, pray for them. My God. Woo, Lord. I think oftentimes too, cliques are people who their self-esteem is kind of, they're just in a negative place too. So they have to surround themselves, or they surround themselves with one another to comfort one another, and whatever that weakness that they have. I think is sickening, but it is what it is. So yeah, I am enough. What are you enough for? I'm going to leave that blank open for you to fill it in. That's a fill in the blank affirmation. You figure it out. We've got to do some ministering to ourselves, talking to ourselves, evaluating ourselves, seeing where we are and what it is that we need to be doing for ourselves. You got to tell yourself, I'm worthy. I'm worthy of honor and respect. And I don't have to stay in this place where I'm disrespected. I'm not being honored. I am not celebrated. I'm tolerated. I know that's a famous cliche, but don't stay somewhere where you're just tolerated and you're not celebrated. Don't remain in a place where people don't want to see you grow. I am enough. Keep telling yourself that I am enough. I am enough. And also with the cliques and places where we want to be accepted, ask yourself, why do I want to be a part of that so bad? And I'm willing to tell you, it's going to be something negative that's going to come out of it. And you're going to have to work with it. You got to deal with it. And then ask yourself, okay, so I want to be a part of that because of this. But why do I feel that way? So keep asking yourself the why question until you get to the bottom of it, the root of where that thing is coming from. Well, okay, so that happened as a teenager, or when I was a child, or I wasn't accepted among the group of people in my high school, or the girls. I wasn't in the clique in high school. But even as I grow older, I still want to be a part of cliques. I went to college and I wasn't a part of that cliques there. I always stood out. Listen, I think it's Dr. Seuss who says, why fit in when you can stand out? Dr. Seuss says that, right? I teach my daughter that. Children are taught that from an early age. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? So we keep trying to fit into places that make us feel like we're not enough. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop today. Stop it today. Stop trying to fit in where you don't fit in. There's a reason why you don't fit in. And we will work hard and aimlessly to try to fit in. And God is saying, that's not where I want you to be, my child, my daughter, my son. I got something different for you. I have a whole family of people that I want to connect you with. You're trying to fit in where God wants you to stand out. So enough about that. I have arrived to my destination, and my 15 minutes is probably up. Now, come back on Tuesday. Let's talk about your fill in the blank. What was your fill in the blank? I am enough for what? What is it that you feel you are enough for, that you don't feel you're enough for? You need to start speaking you are enough for that. That's the first thing you're going to do. And the second thing you're going to do is you are going to find out, why do you feel like you're not enough for that particular thing? Why? Why do you feel like you're not enough? And then when that comes to you, because it will come to you if you're serious about making the changes, it will come to you because you put your mind in a position to receive it. You're conscious of it, and you're now wanting to know why. You've opened up so that it can be revealed to you. And once it's revealed to you, then you ask yourself, well, why do I feel like that? Why is it? Why? Why do I feel like that? What happened? The reason why I feel that insecurity in that area? Or why do I want to fit into this clique? Why? Okay. Once that comes to you, then you ask yourself, well, why do I feel that way? Why do I have the insecurity in that area? Then when that comes to you, you ask yourself, well, where did that come from? Why am I feeling this? Why do I feel this way? 9.5 times out of 10, I'm going to tell you that it comes from rejection. And you were rejected somewhere along the way. As a kid, as a child, in the home, if the parent had multiple children, you felt rejected because you were a middle child, or there were children who needed more attention than you. Whatever it might be, you may have been rejected in the classroom at school as a young kid. You may have been rejected wherever. But that source or the root of that thing is probably going to be rejection. Deal with the rejection. Find some books on it. Read about rejection, the root of rejection, if that is your case. Whatever it is that's revealed to you, because consciously now you're able to receive that. Once you receive that consciously, you've got to do something about it. Read a book, get a therapist, talk to someone that you can trust. That's it for today. So that's what we're doing this weekend. We're telling ourselves, I am enough, and we're filling in the blanks. I am enough. Once you fill in the blank, You need to decide why. Why are you telling yourself you are enough in that area? There's a reason why you don't feel like you're enough in that area. And once you consciously find out why you're not enough in that area, then you need to ask, why am I not enough in this area? Why do I feel this way? The next question is, where is this coming from? What is the root of this? So, at any rate, I am enough. Tell yourself that all day today. I am enough. I am enough. I am enough. No matter what, I am enough. I am enough. I don't care what you think about me. I know that I am enough. I don't care about, people talking about me or saying things about me or talking behind my back or lying on me. I don't care. I am enough. Period. That's it. All right, guys, have a great weekend. I'll be back on Tuesday. Please DM me, call me. Let's talk about the fill in the blank of why I am not enough. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Be safe out there. For those who have experienced that bad weather down south, please be careful. Be safe. Love you much. Talk to you soon. Bye.